My dear friends, there comes a moment in every life when you must confront the choices you make, not from a place of love, but from a place of lack. How often have you reached out for what refuses to reach back? How often have you poured your energy, your love, and your attention into a vessel that neither sees nor honors the gift that you are? This is not the way of creation. This is the way of illusion, the illusion that you must strive, chase, or fight to earn what is already yours by divine right. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, why do I cling to what rejects me? Why do I bow to the idea that I must prove my worth to anyone or anything outside of myself? The answer lies in the misunderstanding of who you are. You are the creator, the dreamer of your own reality. And yet, when you choose what does not choose you, you declare to the world that you are less than the magnificent being you truly are. The time has come to stop chasing shadows. The time has come to stop clinging to what cannot see your light. Let go of the people, circumstances, and dreams that reject you not with bitterness, but with the grace of knowing that their rejection is not a reflection of your value, but a signal of misalignment. To stop choosing what does not choose you is not an act of surrender, it is an act of power. When you release, you open the door to what truly belongs to you. You see, the law is simple. What is meant for you will never need to be forced. It will come with ease, with flow, and with certainty. So shift your focus inward. Choose yourself. Choose the peace that comes from knowing your worth is not determined by who or what validates you. Embody the state of being chosen by loving yourself fully, and watch as the world begins to mirror this love back to you. To cling to what does not choose you is to perpetuate the illusion of lack. But to let go is to step into abundance. Release with grace, for in that release, you align with your true destiny, a destiny that does not demand effort, only faith in the infinite supply of what is truly yours. Walk away, not with fear, but with the quiet assurance that what is meant for you is already on its way. Stop choosing what does not choose you, and let the blessings of alignment flow into your life. You are the chosen, my friends, if only you choose to believe it. You are not meant to chase after anything or anyone that does not reciprocate your value. The very act of chasing implies a state of lack, a belief that you are incomplete until the object of your pursuit validates your existence. But this is an illusion, a distortion of the truth of who you are. Your worth is not something that can be granted or taken away by external forces. It is intrinsic, unchanging, and eternal. To recognize your worth is to awaken to the realization that you are whole, complete, and enough exactly as you are. Many of us fall into the trap of seeking validation from others. We look for love, approval, and acceptance outside ourselves, believing that when we find it, we will finally feel whole. Yet this pursuit often leaves us empty and exhausted because it is rooted in a misunderstanding that our value depends on how others perceive us. When you chase after those who do not see your worth, you hand over your power. You allow their lack of recognition to define you, forgetting that their inability to see your value says more about them than it does about you. True alignment begins when you stop looking outward and turn your attention inward. It is not about convincing others to choose you, it is about choosing yourself. When you understand your inherent worth, you no longer feel the need to beg for scraps of attention or love. You realize that you are deserving of relationships, opportunities, and circumstances that honor your value without condition or compromise. Recognizing your worth is an act of liberation. It frees you from the chains of dependency on external validation and allows you to stand tall in the truth of who you are. It teaches you to walk away from what does not serve you, not because you are unworthy, but because you are too worthy to settle for less than what aligns with your highest good. This is not arrogance, it is self-respect. It is the understanding that you do not need to chase, plead, or prove your value to anyone. When you truly know your worth, you begin to attract different experiences into your life. The energy of self-recognition is magnetic. It sends a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive what matches your vibration. No longer do you settle for relationships where your love is unreciprocated, jobs that do not appreciate your talents, or situations that make you feel small. Instead, you begin to see opportunities, people, and experiences that reflect your values showing up effortlessly. This shift does not mean that you will never face rejection or disappointment. These moments are a natural part of life, but they no longer have the power to shake your sense of self. When you know your worth, rejection becomes a redirection, a gentle nudge from the universe guiding you toward what is truly meant for you. You stop taking it personally and instead see it as a sign that the alignment was not there. Understanding your worth also means being patient. It requires trust that what is meant for you will never miss you, and that you do not need to chase or cling to force something into being. This patience is not passive, it is active faith. It is the quiet confidence that everything you need is already within you, and that the external world will mirror this truth in time. To truly live from a place of worthiness is to embody a state of peace. You are no longer at the mercy of others' opinions or actions. You walk through life with the assurance that you are enough, not because of what you do or what you have, but simply because you are. This understanding transforms your relationships, your career, and your entire experience of life. The world begins to treat you as you treat yourself. If you see yourself as worthy, the world will reflect that back to you in ways that are beyond what you can imagine. You will find yourself surrounded by people who uplift and cherish you, opportunities that honor your talents, and experiences that bring joy and fulfillment. Recognizing your worth is not just a moment of clarity, it is a daily practice. It is choosing to honor yourself in your thoughts, actions, and choices. It is reminding yourself that you are not here to beg for what is already yours by divine right. You are here to receive, to create, and to live in alignment with the truth that you are enough, exactly as you are. What you cling to out of desperation will often elude you, for desperation is the language of lack, not abundance. It stems from fear of loss, fear of being unworthy, fear of not having enough. When you cling, you create resistance. This resistance disrupts the natural flow of life, making it impossible for what is truly yours to align effortlessly with your reality. To let go is not to abandon hope, but to release the weight of desperation and embrace the calm certainty that what belongs to you cannot be taken away. Consider the nature of a clenched fist. When you hold on too tightly, your hand becomes rigid, unable to receive. This is the same with your energy. Desperation constricts while detachment opens. Clinging binds you to a state of longing, reinforcing the idea that you are separate from what you desire. The act of letting go, on the other hand, is a declaration of trust in the unseen forces that govern your life, a recognition that the universe operates with precision and wisdom far beyond our human understanding. Letting go does not mean giving up, it means releasing the need to control. When you are desperate, you send a signal to yourself and the world that you do not trust the natural unfolding of life. You grasp at people, outcomes, and situations, believing that without them you will be incomplete. Yet this very grasping often pushes away what you seek. Imagine trying to catch a butterfly. The harder you chase, the further it flies. But when you sit still, the butterfly may land gently on your shoulder. Detachment is not indifference. It is not about caring less or giving up on your dreams. Instead, it is about holding your desires with an open hand, trusting that if they are meant for you, they will come to you at the right time and in the right way. It is about shifting your focus from external outcomes to internal alignment. When you detach, you create space for what is truly aligned with your highest good to flow into your life without force or struggle. When you cling, you are often operating from a place of fear that you are not enough or that what you desire will never come. But fear creates a barrier between you and the fulfillment of your dreams. Letting go allows you to step into a state of trust, where you no longer feel the need to chase or control. This trust is a powerful force. It communicates to the universe that you are ready to receive, not because you are desperate, but because you know you are worthy. Detachment is also an act of self-respect. It acknowledges that your happiness and peace are not contingent on external circumstances. You no longer place your well-being in the hands of someone else's choices or the outcome of a specific situation. Instead, you reclaim your power, recognizing that true fulfillment comes from within. This shift in perspective is transformative. It frees you from the anxiety and stress of trying to make things happen and allows you to experience the joy and abundance that comes from living in alignment with your true self. As you let go, you may notice something remarkable. The things you once chased begin to gravitate toward you. This is not coincidence, it is the natural result of releasing resistance. When you detach, you align with the flow of life, which is always moving toward your highest good. You stop blocking the very blessings you seek with your own desperation and allow them to manifest in their own time and way. The practice of detachment requires faith in the unseen, faith in the timing of your life, and faith in your own worthiness. It asks you to release the illusion of control and trust that the universe is working in your favor, even when you cannot see it. This faith is not blind, it is rooted in the understanding that everything in life is interconnected, and that what is truly yours will always find its way to you. In letting go, you discover a deeper sense of peace. You no longer feel the need to force or chase, because you know that you are already complete. Detachment allows you to live with grace, embracing the present moment without being consumed by fear or longing. It reminds you that life is not a battle to be won, but a journey to be experienced with trust and openness. So let go, not because you do not care, but because you trust. Release the weight of desperation and step into the freedom of detachment. In doing so, you will find that what truly belongs to you will come not as a result of your effort, but as a natural alignment with the abundance and flow of life. The feeling that you must pursue something that rejects you arises from the illusion of lack, a deeply ingrained belief that you are incomplete, and that something external will fill the void within you. This illusion is the root of many struggles, for it blinds you to the truth of your being. You are already whole, abundant, and complete. It convinces you to chase after things, people, or circumstances that seem to hold the key to your happiness, when in reality, these pursuits only reinforce the false idea that you are lacking. When you feel the urge to pursue what rejects you, pause and ask yourself why. Often the answer lies in a misunderstanding of your worth. You may believe that the approval of someone else, the attainment of a goal, or the acquisition of material things will validate your existence. But this belief is an illusion, for your value does not come from anything outside of you. It is inherent, unchanging, and eternal. No rejection, no loss, and no external circumstance can diminish it. The illusion of lack is a trick of the mind. It convinces you to focus on what you do not have, creating a sense of desperation and neediness. This focus on scarcity clouds your vision and keeps you trapped in a cycle of longing and frustration. It whispers that you are not enough, that happiness lies just out of reach, and that if only you could have this or that, you would finally feel complete. Yet the truth is the opposite. Abundance begins not with having, but with knowing. Abundance is a state of mind, not a condition of life. It starts with the recognition that everything you need already exists within you. When you understand this, the external world begins to shift. You stop chasing after what rejects you because you no longer feel the need to prove your worth. Instead, you align yourself with the truth of your being. And from this alignment, you naturally attract experiences and relationships that reflect your inner wholeness. The pursuit of something that resists you is a futile endeavor because it is based on a false premise. It assumes that the external world holds the power to complete you, when in fact it is your internal state that shapes your reality. When you believe in lack, you create lack. You vibrate at a frequency that repels abundance and draws in more experiences of rejection and scarcity. But when you shift your focus to abundance, when you recognize that you are already whole, you change your vibration. You begin to draw in experiences that resonate with your newfound sense of completeness. The feeling of lack often comes from comparing yourself to others. You see someone else living the life you desire, and you tell yourself that you must be deficient in some way because you do not have what they have. But comparison is a thief of joy, and it blinds you to your own unique gifts and path. Your journey is yours alone, and it unfolds in perfect timing. What is meant for you will never reject you. It will come to you effortlessly when you are ready to receive it. The key to breaking free from the illusion of lack is to turn inward. Instead of looking outside yourself for validation, focus on nurturing your inner world. Practice gratitude for what you already have. Affirm your worth daily. Visualize yourself as already abundant, not in a future where you have attained something, but in the present moment where you are already whole. This shift in perspective is powerful. It transforms your energy and aligns you with the flow of life. When you stop chasing what rejects you, you reclaim your power. You step out of the mindset of lack and into the reality of abundance. You no longer feel the need to grasp at what is not meant for you, and you no longer fear rejection because you understand that it is simply a redirection towards something better. You begin to trust in the wisdom of the universe, knowing that everything you need will come to you in its own time and way. The illusion of lack is just that, an illusion. It has no power over you unless you believe in it. When you let go of this belief, you free yourself to experience the abundance that has always been yours. You stop seeing rejection as a reflection of your worth and start seeing it as a sign that you are being guided towards something greater. So release the illusion. See yourself as you truly are, whole, complete, and enough. Abundance is not something you chase, it is something you embody. And as you step into this truth, you will find that the external world begins to mirror your inner state, bringing you blessings that are a natural extension of your newfound sense of completeness. What you truly desire must first be claimed within. This is the principle of inner alignment, a profound truth that your external reality is a direct reflection of your inner state. If you wish to experience being chosen, cherished, or abundant, you must first embody these qualities in your mind and spirit. Only when you align with the feeling of already having what you seek can it manifest effortlessly in your life. Most people approach their desires from a place of lack. They focus on the absence of what they want, unknowingly reinforcing its absence. They beg, plead, and strive, believing that external action alone will bring about their fulfillment. But the secret lies not in doing, but in being. It is the state of being chosen, loved, or prosperous within yourself that attracts the outer conditions to match it. Your imagination is the gateway to inner alignment. When you close your eyes and envision yourself as already having your desire, you step into the reality of it. You begin to feel the emotions associated with its fulfillment: joy, gratitude, love, or peace. These emotions are powerful because they carry the vibrational frequency of your desire. When you dwell in these feelings consistently, you align yourself with the frequency of what you seek, and the universe has no choice but to respond in kind. To embody the state of being chosen, you must shift your focus from external validation to internal affirmation. Begin by affirming your own worth. Tell yourself daily, I am enough. I am worthy of all the good things life has to offer. These words are not mere repetitions, they are seeds planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Over time, they grow into beliefs, and these beliefs shape your reality. Detaching from the outcome is another key aspect of inner alignment. When you are truly aligned with your desire, there is no desperation or clinging. You know that what is yours cannot miss you. This sense of trust and detachment creates a powerful magnetism. It communicates to the universe that you are not in a state of neediness, but in a state of abundance. And abundance attracts abundance. Imagine for a moment what it feels like to be chosen not by another person, but by life itself. Feel the confidence, the security, and the joy of knowing that you are seen, valued, and celebrated. Sit with this feeling until it becomes second nature. When you embody this state, you naturally exude an energy that draws others toward you. Opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with your chosen state will begin to unfold without effort. The power of inner alignment lies in its simplicity. It requires no external struggle, no chasing after what feels out of reach. Instead, it asks you to turn inward and claim what you desire as already yours. This is not about pretending or fooling yourself, it is about recognizing the creative power within you and using it intentionally. When you embody the state of your desire, you are no longer waiting for it to appear. You are living as if it already exists, and in doing so, you make it real. Challenges may arise as you practice this, for the outer world may not immediately reflect your inner state. Doubts and fears may creep in, tempting you to revert to old patterns of thinking. But persistence is key. Hold firm to the vision of your fulfilled desire. Return to it daily, especially in moments of doubt. Remind yourself that the external world is a delayed reflection of your internal alignment. Trust in the process, and know that the seeds you plant within will inevitably bear fruit. Inner alignment is not just about manifesting specific desires, it is a way of being. It is the realization that your true power lies within, that you are the creator of your reality. When you embody the state of being chosen, loved, or abundant, you transcend the need for external validation. You become self-sufficient, grounded in the knowledge that everything you need flows naturally from your inner state. As you practice focusing on inner alignment, you will notice a shift not only in what you attract but also in how you experience life. You will move through the world with a sense of ease and confidence, no longer chasing after things but allowing them to come to you. This is the essence of effortless manifestation, the recognition that when you embody the state of your desire, the external world will always mirror it. What you claim internally becomes your reality, and what you desire flows to you as a natural extension of your being. The ego is the voice within that constantly seeks approval, recognition, and validation from the external world. It pleads for attention, cries out when it feels overlooked, and tirelessly compares itself to others in a futile attempt to measure its worth. The ego thrives on the fleeting satisfaction of external acknowledgement, but this satisfaction is always temporary, leaving a deeper sense of emptiness in its wake. To silence the ego's plea is to free yourself from this endless cycle and turn inward, where your true self resides, a self that is whole, complete, and untouched by the shifting opinions of the world. The ego's need for validation stems from fear and insecurity. It believes that its value is determined by how others perceive it. This belief drives it to seek constant reassurance, whether through praise, achievements, or relationships. But no amount of external validation can ever truly satisfy the ego, because its hunger is insatiable. The moment it achieves one goal or gains one form of approval, it immediately shifts to seeking the next. This endless striving creates a sense of lack, a belief that something is always missing. Your true self, however, knows no such lack. It exists in a state of completeness, needing nothing outside of itself to feel whole. It is the part of you that is connected to the infinite, unchanging source of being. Unlike the ego, the true self is not concerned with appearances, comparisons, or achievements. It does not seek validation because it recognizes its inherent worth. When you shift your focus inward to this true self, the ego's plea loses its power. The noise of its demands quiets, and a profound sense of peace takes its place. Silencing the ego's plea does not mean ignoring or suppressing it. The ego is a part of your human experience, and its voice will always be present to some degree. But you can learn to observe it without giving it control. When the ego cries out for validation, recognize it for what it is, a habitual pattern of thought that does not define you. Acknowledge its presence, but gently redirect your attention inward to the still, quiet place within where your true self dwells. This shift inward requires practice and self-awareness. Begin by noticing when the ego is at work. Perhaps it is when you feel a pang of jealousy, when you seek praise for something you have done, or when you feel hurt by criticism. In these moments, pause and ask yourself, who is seeking validation? Is it the true self, or is it the ego? By bringing this awareness to your thoughts and feelings, you begin to separate yourself from the ego's voice. Meditation and mindfulness are powerful tools for this practice. When you sit in stillness and observe your thoughts without judgment, you create space between yourself and the ego. You realize that you are not your thoughts or the emotions they stir, you are the awareness behind them. In this awareness, the ego's pleas become less urgent, less convincing. You begin to hear the deeper voice of your true self, a voice that is calm, steady, and unshaken by external circumstances. Turning inward also involves cultivating self-love and self-acceptance. The ego's need for external validation often arises because it does not feel worthy on its own. But when you nurture a sense of love and acceptance for yourself as you are, the ego's pleas diminish. You no longer need others to tell you that you are enough, because you know it within yourself. Affirmations, journaling, and acts of self-care can help reinforce this inner sense of worth. As you silence the ego's plea and align with your true self, you will notice a profound shift in your experience of life. The opinions of others lose their hold on you. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself or seek approval, because you are grounded in the truth of your being. Relationships become more authentic, free from the ego's demands for validation. Success becomes a natural expression of your inner alignment, rather than a means to gain external recognition. Silencing the ego's plea is not about rejecting the external world, but about changing your relationship with it. When you no longer depend on others for validation, you can engage with the world from a place of wholeness. You are free to give and receive love, to create, and to pursue your passions not to fill a void, but to express the abundance within you. The true self needs no approval to feel complete, because it is already complete. When you shift your focus inward and connect with this truth, the ego's voice fades into the background. You discover a deep sense of peace and freedom, unshaken by the opinions of others or the changing circumstances of life. This is the power of silencing the ego's plea. It allows you to live from your true self, in alignment with the infinite and eternal essence of who you are. Walking away with grace is one of the most empowering acts you can undertake. It is not an admission of defeat, nor is it a reflection of weakness. Instead, it is a profound declaration of wisdom and self-respect. To release what does not choose you, whether it is a relationship, a job, or a dream that no longer aligns with your path, is to honor your worth and make room for what truly belongs to you. This act of letting go clears the clutter in your life and creates a sacred space for alignment with your highest good. There is a common misconception that holding on demonstrates strength. Society often glorifies persistence, urging us to try harder, fight for what we want, and never give up. But there is a fine line between perseverance and self-betrayal. Clinging to what resists or rejects you is not strength, it is a denial of your inherent value. True strength lies in the ability to recognize when something no longer serves your growth and to walk away with dignity, trusting that better things are ahead. Walking away with grace begins with self-awareness. It requires a deep understanding of your desires, values, and boundaries. When you find yourself in a situation where your worth is not acknowledged, your energy is drained, or your peace is compromised, it is a sign that it is time to let go. This recognition is not always easy. The ego resists, whispering fears of loss and scarcity. It tells you that walking away is giving up, that you may never find something better. But the soul knows otherwise. It knows that releasing what no longer serves you is an act of faith in the abundance of life. Releasing with grace means letting go without bitterness or resentment. It is easy to harbor anger toward those who do not choose you or the circumstances that do not unfold as you hoped. But holding on to negative emotions ties you to the very thing you wish to release. Walking away with grace involves forgiving, not necessarily to absolve the other party, but to free yourself. Forgiveness severs the energetic cords that keep you tethered to the past and allows you to move forward unencumbered. Detachment is a key element of walking away gracefully. Detachment does not mean indifference or apathy, it means releasing your emotional dependence on the outcome. When you detach, you acknowledge that your happiness and fulfillment do not depend on any specific person, situation, or result. You reclaim your power, recognizing that your worth is intrinsic and not contingent on external validation. Walking away with grace also requires trust in yourself, in the process, and in the higher intelligence that governs the universe. It is an act of surrender, a willingness to let go of control and allow life to unfold in its perfect timing. Trust that by releasing what is not meant for you, You are making space for what is. Trust that the universe, in its infinite wisdom, is always guiding you toward your highest good. As you walk away, you create a vacuum, and nature abhors a vacuum. The space you clear by letting go becomes a fertile ground for new opportunities, relationships, and experiences that are truly aligned with your soul. It may not happen immediately. There may be a period of waiting, a season of stillness. But in this stillness lies the opportunity for healing, reflection, and growth. It is a time to reconnect with yourself, to nurture your spirit, and to clarify your vision for the future. Walking away with grace is a practice of self-love. It is a way of telling yourself, I deserve better, and acting in alignment with that belief. It is a declaration that you will no longer settle for less than what honors your worth and uplifts your spirit. It is a commitment to prioritize your well-being and to choose yourself, even when others do not. Walking away with grace is not about the other person or the situation, it is about you. It is about reclaiming your power, honoring your journey, and aligning with your truth. It is an act of liberation that allows you to step into the fullness of who you are and to open yourself to the infinite possibilities that await you. Walking away is not the end, it is the beginning of a new chapter, one where you are free to receive all that is meant for you with open arms and an open heart. In the journey of life, learning to stop choosing what doesn't choose you is one of the most liberating and transformative lessons. It requires recognizing your worth, detaching from illusions of lack, silencing the ego's relentless cries for validation, and trusting that walking away with grace is an act of wisdom, not weakness. When you honor yourself in this way, you create space for true alignment, where what belongs to you naturally flows into your life without resistance. The act of letting go is not a loss, but a profound declaration of faith in your own completeness and the abundance of the universe. It is a testament to your trust in the unseen forces working for your highest good. By shifting inward, embodying the state of being chosen, and aligning with your true self, you step into a life filled with authenticity, purpose, and fulfillment. Thank you for allowing me to share these thoughts with you. May they inspire you to embrace your worth and walk confidently toward the life you deserve.